There's a lot of distortion going on. People claiming that there is no genocide of Christians in the nation. Information with facts can never be thwarted. You see people buried in hundreds and you say there is no genocide. What a wicked set of people. Agreed, there are people killed in other places for other reasons, but this one is very clear, and gradually is eating down to the south, southwest, southeast, and many so-called leaders for their personal interests are claiming it's not true, selling out their faith if they have it at all. Jesus said, when I come, will I find the faith? And we are standing here to say to Jesus, the faith will keep standing. Raise your voice in a few seconds. Father, strengthen the brethren, strengthen the faith.
I'm Kancha Mango local government. I'm here to report the situation in Mango local government to the whole world to understand what is happening in Mango at this particular point in time. The military are the ones sending our people away to allow the militia to burn their houses. At this particular point in time, they have sent every Christian away from the new market, and thereby leaving the Muslim to go and burn their houses. They set the curfew. The curfew is only restricted to only people within Mangu, within the Christian domain. But in the Muslim domain, they are free to move and do whatever they wanted to do. And not only that, the military has killed 3 of our young men, in which I know one is before my own church. They killed one yesterday. And I reported to the security. He said that it was a fake soldiers. At first he said I was lying. Until I proved to him beyond a doubt. Then finally he said it was a fake soldier. I said no, it's not a fake soldier. It's a real soldier who killed him. So I said no, it's a soldier that killed him. Finally they made signal to the soldier and he disappeared from the scene. This thing go on and on. Now that I'm speaking to you, all of them are switched off their phone. And they allow the place to be burned down and raised by the people. And this is what is going on even now that I'm speaking to you. People around in Gindri Junction, down from this side, Lahiri side, down there, their houses are now at place because the soldiers protected them and they allowed them to burn people's houses. They are not doing anything about it. So we in Mangu local government, as far as Christians are concerned, we don't want the military in Mangu local government. They should pack at their load and go. We don't want them. We don't need them and we don't want them because it's a plan. They have been bought. They have been paid with the price to carry out their duty, what they are doing. So that reason I'm saying, and I'm calling the whole world to understand that this thing should stop, and people should come to our rescue to save us. If not, that is an evil plan for them to destroy Mangu local government, because the governor is from here, and we are not going to allow it. We are going to fight with less of the Babylon until they kill us all. The military should keep on killing us. We are accepting to kill us, but we are not going to stop. We are going to penetrate. I will say personally, I organize the whole Christian in Mangu government. We are going to fight. We are not going to stop. And that is what I said. If this does not stop, we are going to call a meeting for pastors, and we are going to make an arrangement for that. Because that is enough is enough. We have tried all to make a peaceful living. We have cried and make cry, but the government is not listening. If they switch on their phone, where they should take our cry to? That's my plea. Thank you.
That hospital. That hospital. There are girls that were taking care. The Fulani girls. There are Christian girls that are taking care of their beloved ones. The Fulani girls are also there, so they were all mingling together. Everybody was after his own, caring for the admitted ones. The mother of the other girl that was admitted, she was there. But when the Fulani terrorists came in the night and robbed the hospital, they kidnapped 2 people. All of them are Christian girls. They raped them. One escaped. Near the mountains that is behind him, the rocks that are here, they released them around 12 midnight. They have to scroll in pain, crying. They resurfaced in the hospital again. The nurses that were on duty, they took over. Even as the time that I came the following day, there was still blood stain on their clothes. After they removed, they put another one, blood was still rushing. This is the life of Christian in Nigeria among the Fulani terrorists, the Islamic terrorists. Now, we just brought this token so that it will pass across with the donation that we have received from different parts. We'll continue to be faithful to give this one on behalf of the daughter, and we give God the glory. Baba, I'm giving you this token of, let the power of Jesus guide you. I know you have passed through pain.
The 14th of the night actually of the October the 14th, 15 people were killed in the area south of Jos, precisely 15 to 50 miles south of Jos, in the Bokos and Barkin-Ladi areas. 11 people were killed in one community, and there were two other communities where 2 people each were killed. And those attacks on October the 14th happened just a few hours after 2 people were buried in another community just on the southwest of Jos, the capital of Plateau State. And of course, this is just the most recent of such incidences. In the past 2 weeks, actually, we've buried more than 25.
So the videos that we're showing right now on screen, the videos that you sent me, Masara, what are we looking at? What is this burial?
Yeah, so that was the burial of the 11 victims of 11 victims of the attack, attack of October the 14th in the village of Rachas. It's spelled Rachas, located in the Haipan district of Barkin-Ladi County or local government in Nigeria. So this area is home to the only airport, and of course it's an international airport. It's called the Yakubu Gowon International Airport in Plateau State, which is heavily guarded. And this community has 2 prominent military checkpoints on the north and south of it. It's actually located on the highway, and of course these checkpoints are just located about 1 mile away from this community on both sides of the road. But then again, this attack was launched and 11 people were killed. 5 of them children from ages 2 to 5 actually. And of course, you look at those videos. I didn't share the most gory part. Of course, a lot of them you will see their brains hanging out. Of course, they shot them in close range, chiefly while they were sleeping at about 10 p.m. local time.
Well, Masara, let me ask you this question. As you know, the Nigerian government is pushing back against these reports. I'm actually going to be interviewing some members of the Nigerian government here soon to hear their side of the story. But why, in your estimation, is the Nigerian government so anxious to say that what you're reporting and what all your colleagues are reporting at Truth Nigeria is in some way not accurate, or it's more of a tribal clash? It's not a genocide. It's not a Christian persecution. How would you respond to this push by the Nigerian government to, I don't know the word, maybe cover up what you guys are reporting?
Yeah, so first of all, it's the culture of complicity, and secondly, the culture of denial, and of course, the corruption that is so endemic in Africa's most populous country, right? So first of all, most of these attacks are carried out in the full glare of the military, in the under the full watch, the watchful eyes of the military. And most of these military, these soldiers actually, sometimes when you get to them, you interact with them on a personal level, they tell you that usually they would have to wait for orders from Abuja, which never come, and sometimes they would have to wait for logistics. Sometimes they have vehicles without even gas. So how do they even respond? So sometimes it's really difficult actually to get these guys to even respond at the time you want them to. So that's actually part of the administrative problems that we have. And then, of course, on another level, you have also this culture of complicity. A lot of the terrorists, a lot of the soldiers are in active connivance with these terrorists. Sometimes, actually, I have interacted with, sources. Of course, our intelligence has shown us that sometimes these terrorists even buy time, literally pay for time, like time within which they will have to operate. And usually you see this happening every now and then. The soldiers, there are military checkpoints and military bases dotted across the entire landscape, chiefly located within 1 to 2 mile distance, yet the soldiers never show up. Sometimes, if they would show up several hours after the attack is complete, just like we had on the night of October the 14th. And what is even far more interesting is that the attack of this Tuesday, which was October the 14th, followed just few hours, less than 10 hours after a so-called peace meeting was held between Christian leaders and Muslim leaders, which was part of the efforts by the Nigerian authorities to just explain away, dismiss these attacks as mere clashes between sedentary farmers and semi-nomadic cattle herders. Now, again, if you remember, last week, it was on the 9th that we have had an interview where I told you about Christians who were slaughtered along a highway south of Jos. Those Christians were actually, majority of them were returning from another peace meeting in the same Barkin Ladi County, right? So they were summoned to these meetings where they were forced to make verbal agreements or sign peace agreements or make commitments for peace and all of that. And after these meetings were completed, the participants on their way back were ambushed on the way and they were slaughtered. The same way this particular incident happened, they went for peace meetings and came back and then they were slaughtered in their homes. Chiefly, all of the peace agreements or the peace meetings that have been organized by the army or by the Nigerian government have always been followed by mass murders. And then again, this brings the question, who is doing what? Who is telling who what? Because it looks apparently that these peace meetings are only aimed at getting the Christian side to just relax their guard, to just feel that we're secured and nothing is going to happen. The perpetrators have now agreed to now ceasefire, only to give room for them to come and sweep and just carry out more and more murders. Now that's on the part of the complicity that I talked about. The economic aspect of it, right? The corruption. Nigeria lives on foreign loans. Chiefly on foreign loans. That's on the one hand. Secondly, again, many Nigerian politicians have friends and allies and business and interests overseas, chiefly in the United States, and they feel that if this narrative, this campaign against the ongoing genocide succeeds, then Nigeria is going to be relisted as a country of particular concern, and that could mean sanctions, that could mean restrictions, trade restrictions, that could mean restrictions on arms purchase, that could mean restrictions on loans, that could mean restrictions even on travel against certain politicians. And that is what they don't want. That is what they're trying to push back against. And now, of course, I have said this over and over again. If they have the evidence to prove that this is not a genocide, let them bring it forward and not bring up arguments and just campaign and just debates all the time. Each time we come on interviews like this, we are coming with hard truth. We are coming with evidences. We are coming with videos, with timestamps, and with GPS stamps and all of that, which are verifiable. What do they have that is verifiable to counter what we have?
Thank you very much, Bishop David Abioye. It shall be well with you, sir. Bishop Waroke said that there's no Christian genocide in Nigeria. That the written people in Nigeria is both Christians and Muslims. Now, this is part 2 of this. If you are just joining us, this is part 2 of this video. Kindly check for the part 1, okay? Bishop Waroke, it's not happening in Lagos. It's not happening where you are. Does not mean that it's not happening in Nigeria. When a man sold his conscience, he'll be doing whatever, anything, anyhow. You collected money just to save your people. You lied against these innocent people that are suffering in Plateau State. Because it's not happening to your daughter, it's not happened to your daughter or happened to you, does not mean that it's not happening. Well, okay, with all due respect, sir, can you kindly take your ministry to Plateau State, where these people are passing through this, where these people are? Can you take your ministry there? Of course, no. Why are you not in Benue State, where they are deleting Christians? What is the offense of those people? It's not happening in some part of Nigeria, does not mean that it's not happening in Nigeria. These Plateau people are going through hell. If you are a Nigerian and you already want to tell yourself the truth, you strongly believe with that, you agree with me that Christian genocide is going on in northern part of Nigeria and also in Benue State. Well, okay, this man, this Reverend Duncan, has been crying out. In fact, right now, the man is saying that his life is under threat after his video went viral some weeks ago. Mr. or Bishop Waroke did not condemn that the deleted Christians. That video went viral. Mr. Waroke did not see that video. He ignored the video because it's not concerning you. Americans were commenting, not even where they are still commenting on that incident, that video. The cry of this Reverend Ezekiel. You did not condemn it because your brother because your brother being Tinubu is on the throne, because a man that come from the same place with you is on the throne. That is why you sold your conscience. Bible says, what shall you profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? Or what shall you give in exchange of your soul? Now you watch the video. You watch these videos. Please help me to share the video. Let it get to Bishop Waroke. Bishop Waroke, even our security personnel are involved in this game, because those personnel are not just officers. No, they are so-called repented Boko Haram. The people that Nigeria government claim that they are repented bandits, and they now recruit them into, they were recruited to army. How? Ministry. Why will you recruit so-called repented bandits or Boko Haram, a well-known terrorist? You recruited the person into ministry. You now send the person to Plateau State, where Christians are being deleted. How do you want the person to work? Because those people, they are also part of the game. They went to the government and lifted up their hands and claimed they are now repented. They are repented and they were recruited. Now the recruitment is to go and be deleting those people. If these people cries out, they don't care, because the people penetrating the wickedness is their group. Well, are you not a Nigerian? Are you not a Nigerian? Why will you claim that there is no such thing? Can president say there is? You came out and said there's nothing like that. You are a wicked man. Don't you respect Mr. Waroke? You're a wicked man. You are heartless. You have really sold your conscience. President Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria. The president of Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, Bishop Waroke. You look at the deleting, the innocent and the voiceless poor people there. You look at them and you claim that there's no such thing. May God show you mercy. Thank you guys for listening. Please help me to share the video. See you on the next episode. Bye.